Hey, what's up, Mike Star? How you doing today? What's up, Bo? Thank you for the host. Getting everything set up here, laid out. Hey, Tony, what's going on? Thank you. Hold on one second. Always when I'm in the middle of something. Phones. Anyway, I'm back. How's it going tonight, everybody? Let's just getting a couple of things together here for a moment. Bear with me. How's everything been, Mike? I haven't seen you in a while. Oh yeah, man, I hear you. There it is. It's still white. Okay, good. Oh wow, nice. Yeah, I know Bane was saying something the other day. Yeah, I hear that, man. So let's get the opening going. Go. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. You're busy, especially if you're busy, man. That can, yeah, I totally understand you there, man. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've kind of moved away from a lot of the gaming stuff. And hey Neo, what's up? Hey guys, how you doing tonight? Just adjust the camera a bit here. Gonna have a little bit of a different stream. I know we are gonna paint the PT-109, but still, I gotta let it dry a little bit longer. I checked some of the parts, and I actually had to remove something and readjust, rebalance it. Not balance it, but really reglue it. So I want to give it another day. And of course, we just finished the destroyer last night. Found the plans for the other one, so that's pretty good. I'm just relaxing, getting ready to start stream. So what I figured we'd do is we'd go ahead and do the T-55 that I had already built and base coated. So we'll go ahead and paint that up tonight, and we'll just enjoy, relax, and get that stuff started. So, music going for a little bit tonight. Let me know if it's too loud. Alright, so now we're painting a Russian tank, so I'm going to go with a base coat here. I've already base coated this. And now when I base coat, I use a base coat primer, which makes the paint adhere to the surfaces better. And we're going to go ahead, so I've already base coated this black, just because I want some of that to show up through here. And we'll go ahead now. I'm going to paint the actual base, the main part of the tank, before I do the turret. We'll do the turret a little bit later, a little afterwards. So I'm going to put the turret off to the side just so I don't accidentally derp into it and break it, because that's happened before. So let's see, for this, we're going to just get ahead of base coat this. And we're working with acrylics tonight, so we're not going to be working with enamels tonight for this. I find that these tanks look a lot better. I tell you, there's something, Mike, there's something about chilling out at the end of the night, building a model, and just relaxing while you're doing it and having fun. I enjoy that. I'm not a master, but I just enjoy it as a hobby. It's something I've been doing for a while. And met a lot of people that enjoy doing it as well. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get set up here. Get a nice blotting area here, and we'll get out my trusty piece of paper. Get everything set up for tonight. There we go. So the first thing I'm going to do, so for tonight the colors we're going to be working with are primarily going to be this Castellan green that you see right here. Now you can get this through Citadel Games Workshop, but you can also get a variant of this from Tamiya or Testers. I'll be using a Nuln oil for a wash that will bring out some of the detail in the tank. Seraphim Sepia, which is like a rust that I'm going to use on the treads. Using a bronze, use Van Dyke Brown, I know. We're using Dwarf Bronze for the paint, which is now Hashnut Copper, I believe it is. Lead Belcher or Gunmetal might be used. I just took it out just in case. There's always a reason to use black. We're using Abaddon Black for this. And Ushpati Bone, which is an off-white, which I'm going to use to paint the stripe on this. I'm actually going to paint a cross across this top of this tank. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. So we've had so far this week, we've had two good builds. Melkandor Maroon. So we've had two good builds this week. We built the PT-109 for bow. And we built that destroyer, the Z-37 destroyer last night, which was nice. And they're both drying nicely, and I'm really liking the way they're set, so I'm excited about that. And hopefully they'll look really good when we're done. So for this, we'll go ahead and start. And I'm just using a standard large brush for this, just to paint the initial color on here. before we get into anything else. As I said, I don't like to use a ton of color on here because I want to let it have a little bit of a drier look to it. I paint all in the same way, same direction. Yeah, the Destroy turned out really nice. And I actually found the other instructions for the other variant of it, so we'll do the 39 next week. We'll build that on stream, since it was 2 models in that kit. I'll just use... Plus, I decided to change up the music a little bit for tonight, since I think if I heard that playlist again tonight, I was gonna punch my face into the desk a bit. As much as I like it, it needed a change. Yeah, Neo, that's true. Hey, Noble, what's going on? How are you tonight? Well, like I said, right now I just want to get a coat of paint on here. I get the color in before I start working in some of the finer details of this. Of course, it's a tank, so it's not going to be like, oh my god, you know, a work of art, but it should look pretty good. And we're going to put some detail on it. We're going to give it a little bit of a worn look to it. So it'll definitely look good when we're done. But getting the initial coat on is the most important thing. Now, I'm not so worried about the underbelly. But then again, this is a small tank. It can be picked up. I'd like it to look pretty decent if somebody picks it up and says, oh, okay. Not that I got lazy on the bottom. Hey, Chris, what's going on? What's up, Urban? Yeah, I know. I'm getting lights. Hopefully the lights will be coming in soon, and I'll get some lights up over me, and that'll give more light to this. Because neon, or not neon, yeah, neon. I live in a nightclub, guys. Because fluorescent lights are the world's worst lights. I mean, really, they're the only lights I know that can give people a migraine. So as you guys can see, last night I was actually able to upload the entire stream up to Twitch and not get a copyright suit filed against me, so that's always nice. Cross fingers. Oh yeah, I do. But then again, those are copyright pieces of music, Neo, so I can't really use them. Otherwise, then I get yelled at by YouTube, and then I have to pull my video down or mute the video, and then it's really no purpose to that. So, it's the only reason I don't use those. I love them, but I also don't feel like paying thousands of dollars to get that, because that would certainly not be helpful. Oh, absolutely. Actually, probably next week when we do some ships, we'll probably put them on. Sorry about that, guys.
I bring life and
So as you can see for now, I've got the entire base of this tank done. So we're gonna go ahead and let that dry for a second, clean off the brush a bit. No, that's... I can move this in a bit. Hold on. Should be a little bit better. And so this actually, thankfully, this paint dries a lot faster than the other stuff does. So now I took the turret top for this comes off, and you can obviously reattach it. But all I'm doing is just getting a coat of paint on here, so that when the turret, I'm not so worried about this particular area here that's still plain plastic as I am the rest of the tank, because this is the part that is going to be covered by the turret itself when it turns. I'd still like to get some color on here. The tank right now is all black, so I base coated it in a matte black, and then the actual plastic itself is a gray. Ironically, the color that they had on the box for this particular model was, hey, just go with the gray and add things. I was like, no, Trumpeter, I'm not doing that. No, I could go all Bob Ross here, and then we can paint a nice happy little tree, and he'll live right there. And because I'm a terrible painter, like on paper and stuff, or canvas, yeah, we'll stick with models. Yeah, most of the models I prime, most of the models that come are going to be plastic, and you need to prime it so it has something to stick to. Just rinse off that brush a bit. Dry it up. Now, if I wanted to put a lighter coat of this on, all I would do is dilute it with a little bit of water, leave the brush a little bit wet. Yeah, that P-47, man, that's a tricky little plane. Likes to get into the shot. Oh, we're gonna do some stuff tonight, man. I am gonna dry brush some things on here. We will do some washes, some ink washes on here, and this is gonna come out looking pretty awesome. I've actually been wanting to paint this tank for a while, and then I was like, when I decided to make the switch over to creative and do this on stream, I said, you know what, we're gonna hold this off, and we're gonna paint this on there. I got a couple of tanks to paint actually, so certainly have no shortage of material. And I don't think there's anybody that comes to my streams that isn't a fan of armor airplanes or ships, so. Oh, yeah, no. I switched it out because the old CMS program I was using for it wasn't working, so yeah, I'm going to finish that later tonight. I know what I'm switching it up again. Actually doing my own design. I was going to try out Joomla, but I was like, yeah, no. Joomla, I don't feel like dealing with tonight. I've worked with it before. I just don't feel like setting it up for the particular website I have. Oh, Hans is right there. I mean, I know you guys like Hans. There he is. Hans is just sitting there. There's a P-47. Move this ever so slightly. There we go. Bow ship, I'm going to do, probably in enamels, just because I like the way that's gonna... I have a feeling I'm gonna like how that's gonna come out better, so... And now that we've got the full enamel kit, although I might need to pick up one or two more colors, but there's time for that. And don't forget, guys, tomorrow and Saturday, I am not streaming. Most likely not Saturday. I might stream Saturday night with Bane. I'm not 100% sure. But I gotta catch up with Bane and ask him what's going on. Again. Because he'd said something about doing World of Warships maybe on the weekends, and I'd love to play that with him. Not enamel blood? Okay. Yeah, Joomla's like Drupal. Oh, Marty Duck Puncher, thank you so much. I love the name, by the way. Thank you so much for the follow, and welcome to the stream.
I'm touching myself.
It's a great name. But no, we're just getting in here. We're getting in all the areas that I want to get covered up with paint. Like I said, base coating, secondary base coat. Might have to loosen up this paint a little bit to get into some of these nooks and crannies here.
Rampage. Dominating. Legendary.
Yeah, actually, I do this. So we're going to be doing this at least 3 nights a week, starting this week. We actually have been. I also build models on stream, so yeah, you'll be seeing a lot of that. In fact, last night's is still up when we built a German Z-39, the Z-37 destroyer last night at 1/700th scale.
Shut down.
I've also slowly been changing some things on the stream. So if you notice, the new follower thing is no longer from the Division because I'm sorely disappointed in the Division. But you know what? Deadpool's so much better anyway, so. And I felt a little bit of humor goes a long way. Well, I just need a new compressor for it, so I am gonna go. Well, actually, I'm talking to the guys at the shop, and they're gonna order some stuff. So I gotta go and look at the catalog tomorrow and see exactly what I want to get. If you have any recommendations, let me know. Because the airbrushes, I'm kind of holding off on the DO229 and the DO229, the HO229, and the ME262, because I'd prefer to airbrush them than hand paint them, or just because they'll look a lot better, and I like the way the paint job will look with that. Nice. Hold on, Starcap. I will... You're good to go, man. We'll also be building some, we're not just going to be doing some, tanks, planes, and ships, because eventually I'll run out of either funds or models to build. But we're also going to be building some sci-fi dioramas, some Games Workshop stuff. So I got a ton of Warhammer 40k and Warhammer Age of Sigmar. I got yelled at the other day off stream from a friend who was like, dude, it's Age of Sigmar now, get it right. I was like, all right, calm, go to your happy place. And then he went to Wendy's. Yeah, I'm in the US. And guys, don't forget, tomorrow is from... I forget exactly. But you know what? Tomorrow, Bo's 24-hour stream is going on, starting at 12 p.m. Eastern Time and going to 12 p.m. Saturday afternoon. So he's going to be doing his first ever 24-hour stream. And... he's going to be drinking so much Dr. Pepper that we might actually get to watch him develop diabetes on stream. Won't that be awesome? Actually, the funniest part about this is earlier, Bo said to us, I've actually defeated diabetes. And I was like, oh, okay. Nah, he's gonna be fine. Hey, El, what's going on, man? What's up, El Moose? Hold on, Starcap. I got you. Hold on. Yep. I see the links. You're good to go, Starcap. Well, Chris, I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow. I told you I'm not going to stream while Bo's doing his stream, so you feel free to do whatever you want to do. You got the weekend off, so to speak. It's not tomorrow or Saturday, and if I do, I'll just tweet it out. But if we do anything, it's going to be like World of Warships, probably with Banestorm, so... Normally I do stream on Friday nights, but Fridays is going to probably be another model stream. Oh, yeah. Friday nights will probably be a painting stream if I do. Like I said, I'm probably going to cut the games back till... Yeah, no problem. Probably going to cut the games back to, like, Monday nights and maybe one night on the weekend if I stream. Only because I have more fun doing this. Not that I don't have fun playing the games, but yeah, it's mainly me just working on getting the Iowa now, which I should probably have by the end of tonight. Come to think of it. Oh, I'll check for that. And thank you, Starbrush. Wow. I gave you a new nickname. Night, Noble. Have a good night, man. And you can definitely see the difference here where I base coated and then where I didn't in the colors, so that's why I like base coating. It also gives it a nice tone under it. Brings darkens up the greens. Darkens up everything really if you use a black. I also have a white base coat, a white primer. That goes nicely. That I use for certain, like if I'm doing something that's like gonna be that's gonna have flesh tones on it, like a model figure of somebody, then I'll use a white base coat.
Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love.
So, aside from Bo, anybody else got anything exciting planned for this weekend? This. I think, yeah, it's been raining here all week. I'm in Jersey, and it's been raining here all week on and off every day, so it's been kind of depressing actually. Like May and it's colder than it was in March. Yeah, I do. It's right next to me. I'm just doing the actual base of the tank. I moved the turret so it would be out of the way while I was getting the actual coats on for this. All right, Urban. The thing I always say with when you're doing an armored piece like this, when you're doing a tank, don't worry about getting everything perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, God knows these tanks were mass produced and they basically just slopped paint on here. There's nothing like spectacular that happened with the camo or anything. So Don't feel bad if if your base coat doesn't look amazing. You can always fine tune it with your brushes, and as you go along. So the main point is to get the color that you want on there for the armor on, and then we accentuate everything else afterwards. And as this happens, just rotate things around and stretch out the paint that we have on here. Thin it out, stretch it out. Like I said, the nice thing about this particular paint is that it dries really quickly, so that's always good.
Can you feel me? Will you heal me, thrill me, kill me? Would you hurt yourself just to bring me down? Sometimes I lose myself in your lies, abuse myself in my mind. I would hurt myself just to bring you down. I believed in you, I trusted you. All I ever knew was to
Just get all the paint around these fuel canisters. Make sure there's no big paint blobs on here. There aren't. Looks good. Get the other canister done. Clean off the brush a bit. Just get the nice even coating on here, which we've got. Load up a little bit more paint. They'd be surprised at how long these tiny little canisters, these 1 or 2 ounce canisters of paint last. But I've had some of these for over 5 years, and they have lasted through multiple model builds, multiple paint sessions. They go very far. They go a lot further than you'd think they do. It's actually a nice surprise. And they're relatively inexpensive. I think the most I've paid for a paint, small little ounce of paint, 2 ounces of paint, is somewhere around the $3.50 mark. So it's not that bad. Certainly not abusive to get into painting. Welcome back, Neo. Alright, so now we've got the main body done. So I'll bring in the turret. I'm going to put a nice coat on here. That over there. Hey Eric, what's going on? How you doing tonight? So now we'll just put a quick coat of paint on here. Yeah, oh, well, hopefully, good luck on your finals, man. This is a T-55. Hey, Blaze, what's going on? We are painting a T-55 tonight. Gonna get this one all nice and finished. Oh man, yeah. See, it's that time of year where everybody gets ready for finals, and I hated finals. Oh god, did I hate finals? Although to be fair, I wasn't exactly sober for much of college, so I don't remember too much. I know I didn't like them, mainly because probably I wasn't sober. Stories for another night, guys. Stories for another night. Now, right now, I am just putting a nice bit of color on this, and then we're going to go ahead and bring out all the detail with a wash and some dry brushing. Wow, Blaze. That was... That... Wow. I swear, you and Atomic Blunderbuss, man. With the puns. Oh my god. It's cool, though. Atomic Blunderbuss is one of the best names ever. He's a good guy. That's Fan916. Thanks so much for the follow and welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy your time here. You know, let's clean this out a little bit. Now you'd see this water's all green. This is the Castellan green water that we have right here. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah, I did actually. I changed the new follow video. I actually was going through there, and while I did, that one was fine for a while. But like I said, I really don't play the Division much anymore, and I wanted to change it around. And of course, Deadpool was a great movie, so I found some pretty good gifs online for that. So I just added them in. I thought they were a good touch, and then there were the appropriate sound clips to go along with it. So even better. The authentic experience. Yeah, an actual atomic blunderbuss would be rather. I don't even know how that would work. To be fair, I'm not even sure how that would work. We'll just get the rest of this on the main gun here. The main. The nice thing I like about this particular brand of models is most of their turrets have movement, so you can swivel them, and the barrels move up and down, so that's always nice. I like a little bit of action in my models. Yes, I did, Blaze. That was great. I loved it. That was actually hilarious. Okay. Alright, now the base coat should be pretty much on everything I want it on. So I'm gonna put the turret over here again, let that dry a bit. There's a couple of spots now I want to get into on the side of the tank here. Now you can see there's some bare model in here, and I would like to put a little bit of colors on the wheels. I'm not so much worried about the treads. They've already got a coat, and we're gonna give those more of a copperish brown rusted look. Well, the muzzle brake is actually going to stay where it is, but I'm going to actually do something with the actual turret, where the barrel meets the turret. Nice. Nice, Chris. So we're just gonna get in here like so. And get some color in here. But then, like I said, this isn't a part of the model that most people are gonna look at, but it's a part of the model that I know is there, so I gotta get the color in. It will bother my OCD that I have if I don't. Get a little bit of color on here. Just you load it up. And doesn't matter right now for the moment. If it looks a little funky, because that's fine. We're gonna come along and we're gonna thin this out a little bit and put all those details back in.
Come away from the world, seen it all come undone. This is how I feel, all the memories I've lost. To be free from the ones, true to be unreal. But I'm closing my eyes, to feel all in my heart, like a carousel. And I ripped
Here
out
we
the
go.
lines, to see clearly unknown. This is what is left of me. It's so constantly, it's killing my heart. Buried away, killing my heart. Buried away,
Oh man, the compressor, yeah. Once I get that everything set up full. Once I get this thing now, this weekend, one of the things I'm gonna do while I'm not streaming this weekend is move my setup around, adjust things, and get everything placed a little bit better for lighting and everything else. So that will things will hopefully look a lot better next week. But we're getting there. We're getting there. We're making progress. I've been upgrading the stream here and there. We just fixed the router issue that we had. So we'll just do this side, and then we'll be... Oh, I missed something. Alright, that's not a big deal. The other thing I really want the airbrush for is the larger scale tanks I have. Because those bigger tanks, I really want to do a bang up job on them. Like I said, we'll just work our way in. I've got the interior done. Let's get the exteriors of these tires done, or tracks. Get that color in there. Don't want to see naked plastic. That does sound like the name of an 80s band. Naked Plastic.
That's the coolest thing ever.
Wow! Thank you so much for that donation. 35 donation. Wow, Mike, I think that's you, and I think I gotta say thank you, and I know I gotta say thank you. Thank you so much. You rock, dude. Well, whoever donated $35, thank you so much for that. Thank you, Mike. That's much appreciated. Oh, then you guys are going to get to see... You guys are definitely going to get to see the planes get airbrushed, and then... Oh, baby, those ships are going to look awesome airbrushed, too. I just realized I wanted to get just under the... where the treads are, so you can see that too. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. You know, I can't take all the credit, well, I mean, for doing the actual stuff. Yeah, it's all me, but I have to thank Urban Barracuda and Bo for the idea to go ahead and run with the modeling idea on stream, because I get bored playing. I get bored playing games all the time, and to be fair, I enjoy doing this. I have much more fun when I'm modeling and building stuff than I do a lot of times when I'm in game. It's because I do get bored playing the games after a while. Believe me, I know everybody gets bored. Now this is kind of where my creative OCD comes in. I see there's a bit of plastic showing, and now I have to put color there because it will bother me. Yeah, no, I do hop on, but you know what happens is like I get like the only game I can sit there and play for any length of time, and this is some people will say this either makes me a sadist or a masochist, is World of Warships, because the grind doesn't bother me in that at all. So I don't know. People sit here and they tell me, man, War Thunder's grindy. And it is. But it's a fun grind. World of Warships is a fun grind. To me. I don't know how many other people can say that, but I really enjoy it. But there's only so much time you could play a game, too. And keep it interesting. I tell you, at first I was like, alright, I tried it for a lark when it was in, when it was still in beta, and then I really got into it. Like the first time I played it, I was like, this is gonna suck, and then I was like, oh my god, this is kind of awesome. And now that I've got like the North Carolina and everything, and I'm like, this is freaking awesome. I just love the, just you feel like you're in something big. Yeah. Oh no, that's not good, Blaze. What's up, Epic Parrot? Yeah. Alright, so now I got all the color on that I want to have on this vehicle in terms of green. As you can see, like we did with the KV2 here, this is actually the same color green that we shaded. So it is generally speaking the closest I have to Russian green. So now I'm gonna let this dry for a minute. And we are gonna look for where we put the cap. Oh no, I didn't have a cap. No, I did. I just don't know where it is. It'll turn up. Or I accidentally threw it out. That's happened too. Not a big deal. So I'm going to put that aside for the moment, and I'm going to get out. Where is the beast? Here it is. Yeah, it does. It does. That's true. Should attempt to draw that grenade emblem. Yeah, I should. Yeah, the World the World of Warships grind really doesn't seem that out of control to me, so I'm pretty much like that. No, it really wouldn't, because there is something I gotta say for getting to that, for grinding through a vehicle that you don't really like so much to get to a vehicle that you really love, that makes it feel really satisfying. Oh man, when I got to the North Carolina, I was like, this is awesome. And it's still my favorite ship. It really is my favorite ship in game. It's that feeling of, oh, I ground this out myself, and it just feels really cool. We're not going to use the ugly bastard. You know what, we can use this. It doesn't matter. Alright, so now I've gone ahead, and now we've painted this, and we've let it dry for a bit. And it doesn't have to be super dry, because what I'm going to do now is poke some detail into here. And we're going to use a wash. What's up, DeWitted? How's it going tonight, man? Yeah, I'm almost at that Iowa. So, for the wash, we just get a good group, good bunch of the wash itself on here, and we just paint it over. And we're going to put this on pretty liberally, so I'm just going to get a lot of this up on this brush, and we're going to go ahead and just paint this in. And it'll just kind of hang out. Use a Bob Rossism, it's going to kind of hang out where it wants to and congregate in some of the finer details on this, and let it just let it hang out and go where it wants to. Let it get into those cracks there and give some detail, bring the detail out. It's a tank, it doesn't have to be, it's not going to be the cleanest thing. In fact, if your tank looks too clean, you're doing it wrong. Yeah. New color, yeah, and then we are using the new color. We're using Nuln Oil. And like I said, this is a wash, so this is just very, very liquid. This is just almost like the consistency of water, pretty much. It's really, really thin. Just paint it on, and like I said, let it hang out. Just let it go where it kind of wants to go. Wow, I really am channeling Bob Ross right now. Just kind of let it go where it wants to go. Let it hang out. But really, that's what you gotta do, is just let it hang out. Because what it'll do is it'll fill into those details, and it'll really make those pop out. Make them look real good. No, I haven't actually. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say salt. I've used sand at times, like basically like a modified like sandblast, where I've basically drug things through sand and let it weather out some of the paint and stuff and chip away at it for a little bit. Just depending upon how heavy I want things. Okay, Chris. No, we're gonna. Hey, Callan, what's up? I'm letting it dry. I had to reglue one of the pieces today because it wasn't sitting in there just right, and I want to let it dry and cure just for a little bit longer before I do that. Before I finish that up. I'm not always that picky with models, but when they're for me, I don't. When I'm doing a model for somebody else, I really kind of want to do the best absolute job I can do. I always want to do the best job I do. I love the models. The models I make I'm very proud of most of the time. So... Oh man, I've thought about doing an aircraft carrier. There are a couple of things that I would like to do. I would like to get an Intrepid one of the Intrepid, and do that. Things that, no, the Intrepid's close by, that's why. Now this is actually the wash is actually pretty fast. The next part's going to be a little bit more intricate, and it's it's another advanced. It's actually kind of an advanced method of painting that we'll do. Get the detail in here, alright. Now we'll just let this dry. Now this will actually take a couple of minutes to dry. Like I said, we got plenty of wash, plenty of time. No one's in a rush, no one's going anywhere. So I'll put this on and we'll let this dry. Ghillie suit the tank. That I actually have the materials to do something like that. I actually have a ton of modeling materials. So we are going to definitely do a diorama, like we were talking about doing like a Kursk battle scene yesterday. Alright, and we'll just go ahead and rinse the brush off now. And this is probably going to be the last time we're going to be using this brush for a while. Alright. Now we'll let these pieces dry. Now we're done with the wash for now, because we're not going to be using the Null wash after this. That's to bring out some of the detail in here, and I got that pretty evenly. Yeah, it's evenly put over everywhere I wanted that to be. I'm making it in a shoebox. See you in a bit, Neo. We have a good night. So as you can see where it's drying in there, it's got a little bit of a... It's filling in the details. You can see that in the back and the grills here. You can see where it's kind of filling in and bringing some of these details out, and some of these ammo boxes and storage boxes on the side and the front. And that'll get a little bit better as it goes on, as we go on here. We're gonna make that pop a little bit more. I have, but I would need a much bigger. I need like a 1/6 scale model kit to do that, and then I'd actually build. I actually been thinking about that, but that's gonna be a little bit further down the line when we have, like, definitely when I have more funds to be able to do that. Now, well, actually, if you could see this, hold on. The P-47 there. If I get a good breeze or I sit this in front of a fan, this definitely goes. That's one of the reasons that's one of my favorite models, because of the, like I said, I like it when the model actually is more than just sits there. That's one of the reasons I like the KV2 and these. I like the Trumpeter models because you can actually turn the turrets and move them. So, I said I could get the heat gun out, but I don't really want to heat the model up too much. Now, by the way, when I say heat gun, guys, I mean old hair dryer on low setting, because that's exactly what most people use as a heat gun. Hey, Angie, what's going on? How you doing tonight, buddy? Thank you. You could do that. That would look really good, Parrot. I'd love to see that if you do that. If you do that, I'd love to see pictures of it. Alright, now we're almost where we need to be in terms of dryness here. Yeah, almost there. Well, that's good. Then what will they do to fix the cheating bastard problem? That's one of the reasons I stopped playing for a while. Actually, just until they fix that issue, it's like getting me. It's real hard getting motivated to play the Division again. Yeah, they'll never fix it. I know. That's a good point. Alright, hold on. I wasn't gonna do this, but I am. Better. Hey, Eric Corey, how are you tonight? How's it going? Good to see you again. You know what I'm gonna do? Apparently throw half my supplies on the floor. Not good. Fix that right now. Just gonna get a little of the excess liquid out of here and dry this up a little bit quicker. So wash has really done its job. Brought the detail that I wanted out. So where the spots that it's deeper in there, that's fine. So now now let's go to something different here. This is yeah. All right. So now we've got this painted, and I've got most of what I'd like to have it look like situated pretty well. But I really want to work on the tracks a little bit, the treads really specifically. So to do that, and a little bit of the grading here, these vents. So we're gonna do something called dry brushing. Get a very little bit of paint on here. And we just ever gently drag that out across the surface and just highlight this a bit. These treads specific. As you can see as I'm doing this, it's got a little bit of a metallic sheen to it now. Bronze goes on. Basically to do this, you just get some paint on the brush. Then very lightly just brush over the treads. And you'll see that color really pull off onto this. That's basically how that is how you dry brush. The turret we're gonna get to next. I already did the water, the ink, the wash on the turret. So we'll get the turret in a little bit. We're gonna get to that. Just get enough of this color on here that you can definitely see it's mostly bronze with the black just showing through a little bit. And that's kind of what I want. But we're not done by any stretch. Just get enough of this color on here that you can definitely see it's mostly bronze with the black just showing through a little bit. And that's kind of what I want. But we're not done by any stretch of the imagination. We're not done. This will pull all the color out of this brush. Look, if they fix their game, I'd be happy to play it again. That's for sure. Just gonna airbrush some of the dry brush, airbrush. Soon, guys, soon. Dry brush a little bit more of this on here. Get up under the wheel wells and the tread wells here. Yeah, we got a little bit more we got to put in here. Pull a little bit of this up on the treads, just like so, to get that color right where we wanted, like right there, just right on the top. We'll do that again here on this side. A little bit up, just like that. Bane, what's going on, brother? How you doing tonight? So now that we've got that color on there, now we're going to go ahead and since treads are closer to the ground, we're going to add some of this highlight to the treads. Pull that through. And just lightly brush across. Now you see some of this will come along, and that's just what we want. I want this to bring out some of this detail. Now you see some of the detail really start to pop out in these. That's what we want. Again, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. But we want this to be a little bit of a darker, deeper color like this. Oh yeah, I definitely want to play some Dawn of War 3. I love the Dawn of War series. Oh, I hear you, Bane. How'd your stream go tonight, brother? What, for Dawn of War? Dreadnought's always good. Alright. Now I got the color on the tracks and the treads, so now really what I want to do is start to head a little bit into the areas of the tank where I want to get this in a little bit more. Let's get a little bit of this now on here. I want to kind of go over this area right here. Just to highlight a little bit of color. Just a very little bit of color on here. That's what we're going to be doing. Just like that. And the reason I'm doing that is I just want that to pop out a bit. Jesus, that's a lot. So now I'm going to go ahead and the color's been pulled out of this brush entirely. So go ahead and put that back. Yeah, now I'm adding some weathering details to the tank. We already weathered it a bit with a wash. And we're letting that dry up. And then we're going to go ahead now and we're going to do some dry brushing on here. Jesus, that's not a lot of hours. And I'm kidding about that. So now I need one of my fine and precise detail. That's always good. Not this one, though. I think we're going to take out... Let's see which one. We don't quite need the Psycho just yet. I'll take out the other precise detail brush. I have two of these. Yep. Now I'm actually going to put some detail in here. A little bit of actual color. I want the bands of these to pop a lot. So we're going to get in here just a very, very small amount of paint on the tip of this brush. Just to paint these ridges on these tanks. These fuel canisters. Bye, Parrot. Have a good night, man. See you soon. Yeah, man. Oh, Bane. I'll show you something while you're here. I'll show you something just from one 40k player to another one. My tabletop army's just right behind me. Give me 1 second, guys. Just want to show Bane something while he's here. So as I said, guys, we're going to be doing a couple of things painting. So here's one of the models that I did for Age of Sigmar Warhammer Fantasy back in the day. Alright, let's get this oriented right here. You can see this on my Twitter page as well, but this is the White King from Age of Sigmar Fantasy. So we'll put him back here and he'll hang out there. Now this is a Cairn Wraith from also Warhammer Fantasy. See the shading I did on his cloak. And even the blood that I painted onto that sickle, and of course the detail in his face with the green glow in the eyes. That was another type of wash that I used. And then of course this is one of my absolute favorites from 40k, a Chaos Khorne Terminator Lord. Actually, it's a Terminator Lord. This guy took a while. As you can see all the detail we put in on him. This is where I got good at painting small scale things. This took a while to do. We're going to actually paint a couple of these guys on stream too. These are fun to paint. These are fun to build. You can kind of hang out down there. And of course, for those of you that are history buffs or World War II buffs, you're like, hey, I want to do some model building, but I want to do it on a large scale. There's a game called Flames of War that is out. That is a World War II tabletop game. And you can play with all sorts of different battles. Battle of Stalingrad. It's all in, I think, with 1/144th scale. Yep, it is. Sorry guys, hold on. It's a good game. You know, for those of you guys, you know, if you like to clean this off a bit. Let me see if I can find a link real quick. Hold on. Be a little bit easier. Bane, oh god, Bane, hold on. Yeah, there you go. So hopefully soon we'll be able to get the lighting in here so that won't be such an issue, and get the airbrush, and I will really get cracking on some real advanced paint techniques, because airbrushing just looks fantastic. I love how airbrushing looks on models. Yeah, years of practice, man. Believe me. Alright, and that's good for the barrel. Now for here, just kind of want to highlight a little bit of this. Doesn't have to be perfect. Because again, this is a weathered piece. So... And if I just drag this a little bit lightly across the top here, it'll just drop a little bit of paint off on the ridges. Just like that. Yeah, the Titans are huge, dude. You get some big matches with those. Alright, now let's see. Where else do I want to use bronze on here? I don't think there's too many other places. No. No, there aren't. Yes, there's one place. Actually, no, we're gonna do that in silver. So, out of here. Well, we're good with the bronze for now. Hey Bluefer, what's going on, man? How you doing tonight? Oh no, Mike. Hold on. Sure. That is a P-47, and that is a 1/144 scale. I hand painted this. As you can see, the prop turns. Did a little bit of a blow on it to make it really turn, but I know phrasing. But yeah, that is a hand painted P-47 1/144 scale. That was a lot of fun to build, actually. A bit closer there. Actually, I'm at the point now where I'm going to go ahead and put the turret back on. Like so, just snaps in. Full tank again. So now, a couple of spots on here. Tonight I'm using acrylics, John. And how you doing tonight? Good to see you. So the tank is in one piece now, as you can see. Now we've got some detail on here, and we've started making things pop a little bit. So what we're gonna do is think a couple more things we're gonna add in here. We're gonna take care of the the IR scopes right now. Not enough. Okay. Oh no, Bo wants me to paint his PT 109 in blood. That's what he wants. Let's see. There's that. And sometimes what I want to do, if I want to add like a glass finish to these, is I'll get a drop of CA gap filler, and I'll just drop it on, let that dry, and that usually dries pretty clear. There we go. One more spot, and I just need to clean this off. Yeah, I should do that. I should airbrush that entire PT boat pink.
I could swear that this room has been running out of air, and now it's starting to spin. You make me feel kind of bad, kind of good, kind of everything, yet it doesn't feel like it should. You make me feel kind of wrong, kind of right, kind of anything, and I would change it if I could.
Here we go. What else did I want to do in black? Not too much, actually. Kind of the inside of that. Oh, pink? Yeah. He'll love it. Then he'll kill Kobe through the internet. It'll be hilarious.
Swear that I'm fainting, I think I'm losing my sight. I swear I'm hitting the floor. I could swear that my stomach just
This is all stuff I actually downloaded or found on royalty-free websites. This song is called Wouldn't Change It, and I'll tell you in a second. By Hal, Halvorsen, Hal Vorsen. Tank will go kill. Yes, this is that tank that was in the picture. Actually, no, this is a new webcam. I'm using a. This is different than my Logitech. This is a Microsoft Live 4000 or 4P. It's the business edition one. I actually had to get a new boom stand for this other webcam. I have two. Alright. So the next color we're going to add into this tank. Oh my goodness. I have to fix something. Let's see. Need to get a little bit of this green. There's two things that are bothering me that got to be fixed. This is the perfect brush to do that with. It's a matter of getting everything in, getting it done. It's the small details that make a difference. Oh no, Bo's. Actually, I know exactly. Bo's playing Sins of the Solar Empire right now. We had an interesting match of, and was that Company of Heroes last night? Company of Heroes 2, I should say. Sins is cool. Alright, so now I've got these all sealed. Now I gotta figure out what I want to do. Oh, right. Lead Belcher. As I vigorously shake my Lead Belcher.
That's the coolest thing ever.
John the Roadie? Wow, John the Roadie, thank you. That's so generous, man. Thank you for that awesome $50 donation. You rock. Thank you so much for that. It's really much appreciated. We appreciate that. No problem, man. We got the vids coming, and I put, guys, if you missed last night's stream and you want to see this, I put up a vid. Thank you so much, John. I put up a vid of last night's. I got the whole stream up last night on YouTube. If you want to go and check it out, or you missed something, you just want to go and check it out, please go ahead and do that. It's up there, and you know, it's always awesome when people go and check out anything. But if you enjoyed it, you missed it, you wanted to catch some things, it's up there for you to watch. Alright, now just a little bit of this. I just want to highlight some things over here. Now the nice thing about lead belcher or gunmetal is that it really is it's a wonderful paint to work with because it really goes on nicely. And it really is great for dry brushing and for highlighting things. As you can see, that little piece that I just did right there it pops out right away. And it's not too like overbearing because like when it's down under regular light, it just barely sticks out. That's the kind of paint that you really want to work on for highlighting. There we go. Yeah, we're going to be doing some detail work here, so try to keep everything on cam. I want to highlight this exhaust port here. I get a GoPro, stick it to the end of the brush. That would be really awkward, actually. No problem, man. One of the reasons this is the greatest boom stand I ever owned because, my God, I can zoom in with it. It gets everything done. Let's get a little detail work. Now remember, guys, this is a display tank, so it's not going to be like going into combat. So there's some things that I want to highlight out just to make it look good. So this gives me the opportunity to do that. Oh man, I really appreciate that, and I'm glad. That makes me that actually makes me feel really good about this. looks good. I like that.
Life is cold, but your heart's colder. I will wait for you.
Just make sure you guys can see.
The glitch in your eyes pulled me under, but I will wait for you.
And we got these little tow hooks here. Just gonna rotate the turret out of the way.
There's nothing left for
So you get a good.
than running, act myself a fool. No point in trusting anyone. Your eyes of diamonds keep me up. Never thought that it could be this rough. No point in trusting anyone.
There we go. Alright, that's on. And let's see, is there anything under here? Really want to know. But we've got, oh yeah.
When it is cold, but your heart's colder, I will wait for you. The bitch in your eyes pulled me under.
The nice thing about acrylic paints is just, you get it everywhere, it doesn't matter, you just throw it in the wash, or you just wash your hands, soap and water, and you're good to go right afterwards. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna hit this little lock. That one too. Got a couple of places I want to hit on that too. Hey Chris, welcome back. Oh yeah. Alright, the rest of these are fuel, so that's... We're gonna leave this one for now. Here we go. Scratch away a little bit of the excess. And problem fixed. Oh, and don't forget, guys, this is just kind of a fun one. I brought this out last night. Mini Tiger. 1/144 scale dragon. We're going to be building these next week. It can be. You know, anything that you collect that you like and that you enjoy, it's always fun. For me, it's tanks. Sorry, I'm a big kid. I know. It's all good though. We're all big kids. And it's good. You never want to get, you never want to grow, you never want to, you always be responsible. You never want to grow old. That's the thing. Have fun. Enjoy life. Baby Tiger. Yep. Now don't forget, guys, like I said, come June, yes, we are going to be doing, I'm going to be doing a surprise giveaway. That's one of the things that we're going to just be We're going to be building a model, and then I'm going to be giving away a kit, which I will build for you if you would like me to, and paint for you on stream. And we're going to do that once a month. Also, guys, starting in June, it's going to become on my forums. It's going to be. I'm going to give you guys a theme for next month, and it's going to be jets. I want you guys to find your favorite jet, and it's got to be not in video game. I want you, if you go out and you find it, I don't care if you find it, but find me some good pictures of jets, and if you take them, make sure you give me, I'll ask you for your information just so I could give you photo credits for it. We're going to do at the end of the year, we're going to actually do 2. So I want 2. One's going to be jets, and I'll tell you what the other vehicle's either going to be ships or tanks, and we're going to put together a calendar, like I said, for 2017. And it'll be everybody's, it'll be a community calendar, and I'd like to be able to do that for around Christmas to be able to get some of those out to you guys. We'll figure out all the logistics about that, but these are pretty easy to make nowadays. I just want to do the outside of the wheels. A little bit too much. No, your MiG-15's already going to be included in there. Oh, and by the way, Blaze, I had to adjust some things, so if you go up, I know your posts look a little messed up right now, but I'm re-uploading all the images. I got everything off there because it was they were very large, so I had to download them and resize them. So I'm gonna edit the posts down a little bit, but I have everything from each of the ones. So all I'm doing is I resized them and I'm re-uploading them. So, well, I'm not resized, but I'm actually loading them on a different site that I have, and then just linking them from there. It'll look better. And I was having a little bit of an issue with the memory on the site, so just letting you know. But I have your MiG-15 pictures. They were pretty awesome. Blaze, and guys, if you go to like a museum and something, you take some good pictures, you have some good pictures, like Militaria, feel free. Wow, that dog is a lush, man. I'm kidding, of course, but my buddy John's dog, man, big white German Shepherd, loves beer. Pain in the ass when we're outside drinking, though. Okay, so we got some of these here. There we go. Let's see if there's any place else I want to highlight on here. Yes. My reference picture. Okay. Oh, we're good. Thank you. Yeah, dude. From working on all those Warhammer models for years, that really fine motor control. Sadly, I don't do a lot of other types of painting other than models. I mean, let's be honest here, guys. I could go to New York and sell this to the Metropolitan Museum of Modern, the Museum of Modern Art, the MoMA in New York, and probably say, look, this is just a piece of modern art. I think it's great. It's called Metal Tantrum, and I could probably convince somebody to buy this for $100. But I'm not even gonna try it. No, this is about the extent of. No, I mean I do some graphic work, but I'm nowhere near as good as like somebody like Mike Starr when it comes to graphics. Because Mike, guys, if you do need some graphics work done, definitely check out Mike Starr. This guy's got some talent. Mike's got some amazing talent. I know you've seen him on Bane's. He's done some of the work for Bane. He's done work for Ike. So you know Eisenhower. So definitely make sure if you got something, don't be afraid to ask Mike. No, dude, I've seen the graphic work you do is fantastic. Hey, coffee. You know, it's not free, guys, but you know, Mike's a good guy and he does good work, and you know, definitely make sure you look him up and hook him up. Always hook up a brother, man. That's what I always say. All right, so now I got that on there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna dry brush. And I need to find my small dry brush. This is what happens when you have a bunch of brushes. Here it is. Okay. Actually going to use this as an opportunity to show you guys a little trick. So I like to keep my brushes well tended, but occasionally, I don't know if you can see it, you'll get some bristles that get unruly. That can really mess with your paint style, so I use my sprue cutters because they're really pretty good for this. And just nip this unruly bristles off and you're good to go. Well, if you need anything done graphic design wise, Callan, you gotta definitely check out Mike Starr. Definitely check him out. He can help you out. Make sure it's at a time when he's not like overwhelmed with stuff, but some good quality work there, some really top quality work. Alright. Some of this I'm just gonna I want a little bit of that so that you know you've got some wear and tear in the tank. You're gonna get some metal showing through here and there. Some of the under metal. I want that to really kind of pop out a little bit too. Not too much where it's like, oh, that's like the, you know, not a ton, but just enough. Oh, you're welcome, man. No problem. It's the truth. I only speak the truth. Haha, there's Bane. Kind of want to get in there on these gears a little bit. Just pop some of that detail out right there. And inside the wheel wells, just pop that out like so. A little bit of dry brushing, just bring out some of that extra detail. Take a lot of this now. I'll just brush this over some of the edges. It's not going to look perfect, and I don't want it to, because I want it to have a little bit of a weathered effect. Just along the edges here, just like this. Places where you would normally expect to find tear on it. You know, the extra wear and tear in the tank, you know. Definitely by the flaps here. Sorry, guys. Well, I will probably, for VE Day, I can guarantee one thing. I will probably be playing World of Tanks. Actually, that's what I'm doing on Saturday. Part of the day on Saturday, I'll be playing in the World of Tanks 1v1 throwdown for tiers 1 through 2 tanks, because I always have fun with that. Did that last weekend, and that was a lot of fun, I think. Some of you guys, I know Urban was here, and Chris, a couple of guys showed up. I surprise streamed that day, because one of the things like, screw it, I'll stream it. I have fun in World of Tanks. There we go. Okay, so that's just the amount of dry brushing I want to put on there with this. And we got all the color off of there too. Good. Cap for that right here. So now I'm gonna do another wash on here. Oh, there it is. I was wondering what this one was. I've got another color here. We're gonna be using Seraphim Sepia. And this is just really, I want to go over the wheels with this. This is like a brownish color wash. I want to go over the wheels and down by the lower portion of the tank with this. Then we'll go over the, I'm not going to go over the treads, but I just kind of want to go over this here, just to give it that weathered look that we want. Just like that. Tracks are going to be good the way they are. So that'll be really awkward to try.
Adventures I haven't seen. Taking all the life, it hits the spot. Walking on fantasy. So take me, baby, take me to a state of mind that's made of, baby, that's made of.
Just a little bit more. Get that all in there, and now that'll look good. Yeah, I probably will be. I'll be in and out throughout the day helping Bo out for his stream. So, gonna definitely do up that 24-hour hype for Bo. Since he's his first 24-hour stream, it's gonna be rough. Alright, so now we got the last of the washes that we're gonna do on the tank. Actually no, there's 2 more areas I want to do this. I was wrong. Not the last just yet. This right here should get the wash. So should this. And then same with the back. Definitely want to get this on. It doesn't have to be, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, you don't want it to look perfect at all. So we want this to kind of come up around here. And definitely a little bit under here, like this. Just get that wash, that sepia, and that'll give it a little bit of a brownish tint to this. I hear you, man. Alright, so now we got a couple of things that we have to do. Now I have to add in aha! There it is. Now I've got to mix a color here because I don't have one that exactly does. Well, let me check. Maybe I do. I have like 1,000 colors down here. Let's see if we got something that will. Oh, yeah, that'll work. That'll definitely work. And we'll not need that. And actually, I'll put that away. Alright, I need a fine detail. I need that fine detail brush again. Get back here. That's not it. That's the base coating brush. Precise detail, there we go. Yeah, those long streams are... The longest I ever did was back in the day when I was still streaming Diablo primarily. And that was a 12-hour stream. And after that, I think I slept for 9 hours. Sorry. Yeah, I usually only sleep for 4 hours, so 9's pretty good for me. Thank you. Yeah, see, you know what? It does. It brings out some of the detail on it. Now we're gonna do. Now I know I'm putting on a light color, but we're gonna. I know what I want to do with this. And again, this doesn't have to be perfect. So all I want to do is get a different color on for this right here. That's why I'm glad the turret moves. No, man, 24-hour shifts are rough. The longest shift I ever worked was 17 hours. So, you know, it wouldn't have been so bad except for the fact that it was retail and it was the day after Christmas. That's game consoles mad. Alright. Now that's on. We're gonna do a couple of things with this. Needed to get that secondary color on there. It needs to look a little bit different, so we used a little bit of. Now that color was Ungor Flesh. And next we'll go with a little Van Dyke brown. No, I'm kidding. Think so. To be honest, I couldn't tell you on that one. I don't believe so, though. Let's see what we got here. Got all the detail in. That sepia dried nicely. Added just enough color to things. Alright, so now we are going to do two things. Oh god. on a little bit of this, and I'm going to touch this just a little bit with water. I want to spread just this a little bit lightly over here, just like a wash. A little bit much, but then I go in here. Plain.
Lions roaring in
There we
the
go.
morning sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the
Oh, Bo's Boat will be
light
done.
has
I'll
come.
actually do that on stream
We must never
next
stop the way.
Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday.
Birds chirping and I hear my
Alright, so now I'll let that dry for a few seconds. And we painted that, so I got the light colors that I wanted. Now I'm going to do a wash with the sepia again on just that portion. And we're going to look at what we're going to do next. The next thing is going to be...
Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah,
interesting.
we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah.
Okay.
The lion's gonna come. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the
So now,
land. Let's go back to when we were young.
still a little gummy. That's fine.
For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah,
There you go.
let's all take a walk.
And now we can go ahead and do that last coat of what I want to put on there, and that's going to be the sepia. And we're not going to do it with this brush. We're going to do it with the other one.
Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah.
I want to get this wash on here. Wow, okay, that dried quickly. This will actually fill in the darker spots on this.
name ever.
Eric the Red Baron, thank you so much for that wonderful donation, that $10. It's very generous. Much appreciated, and that will go a long way to helping. And thank you so much. Really appreciate that. You're awesome. Just go ahead and clean out the wash from the brush. So now we have basically, now we are sitting here at a point where I'm going to go ahead and say this model. Now, the only thing I have to do is now let this dry. There's a couple of more things I want to do to this. But I like how this looks, but I want to add a couple of more details to this. That's why we have this brush standing out here. So, like I said, we had that Ushbati bone out, and we're going to use that now. It's not going to work the way I wanted it to. Change out colors for a moment. Hold on a sec. Actually put some of these away while I have this out. Aha. Now I need to get out the other color kit. There it is. Oh, no, that's decidedly white. Okay. Wow. That sound. Now you gotta loosen the paint up somehow. Makes a very unfortunate sound otherwise. Oh, Gav's always here. Okay. Alright, now we're really going to get an education in just how controlled my paint hand is. This is... You know what? And I'm not worried about this because I am a little bit. Not that much. So we're gonna have to use this. This has been our go-to, and we're not gonna stop now. Guys, we'll see what this is when I'm done. This stripe actually comes up along the turret. Actually can't let this brush dry out a lot, so so this is going exactly actually as I want it to go. I know it looks, but this is exactly the model I'm painting. So it's gotta widen it a bit. It's about where I'm gonna end it as far as the widening of the stripe. That's exactly how it looks. Apologies for the angle. Okay, now it just... Okay, that actually killed me a little bit on the inside, but it's actually the paint scheme I was going for had this white stripe going down, and then coming back, and I'll show you guys in a second. Just want to solidify this stripe just a little bit more, touch it up to make it look good. You guys have seen these on Russian tanks before, these kind of markings, so you know what I'm doing. Alright, and there's that one done. Now I just have to finish the other stripe, which is only, thankfully, a turret stripe. It's gonna look very odd, but it's gonna be fine. It's actually, this is exactly how I want this to look. And now I'm gonna actually hit this with a sepia wash, and then over the stripe, and then I'll be good. So, let's see, we got that. That stripe actually came out a lot better than I thought it would. I was afraid of doing that a whole night. So, we're going to go ahead and do the other portion of this now. Thank you, thank you. This, I'm trying not to breathe as I do this. Thank you so much, John, by the way. Yep, there we go. Thank you. I'm rinsing out the brush now and I'm cleaning it up a bit just because I want the brush to be able to flow well over the next bit of surface. Because this is going to be the quote-unquote really hard part. Alright, now we got through, yeah, most of the hard part there. Give this a little bit of a shake. Pick some extra paint up here. There we go. Oh god, that's a big blob of paint. I don't want a big blob. There we go. A little bit more to finish this up. In fact, yeah, do I want to? Yeah, we're gonna hit one thing with sepia, and then we just let this this tank's really come alive, guys. All right. So we'll put the white back. And that was ceramite white. Alright, and for the last thing we're gonna do, yeah, we're going with a particular model that actually had the paint scheme for this. I want to say, you know what, I'm completely lost, but I'm gonna be adding another thing on this. Oh god, if this was a locust, man, you have no idea the racing stripes that would go on it. That's actually one I've been looking for. I don't have a locust, and I want to build a locust. There's a reason for that. anybody sees of a locust, let me know. Alright. It's a very light coating of this over. Just don't want it to be a bright, bright white. Perfect. Just enough of that antiquing effect on there. Still get the detail.
Could swear it's been 700 degrees in here since you came in.
There we go.
I could swear that this room has been running out of air, and now it's starting to spin. You make me feel kind of bad, kind of good.
And there we go, guys.
Everything, yet it doesn't
And
feel
that's
like it should. You make me feel kind of wrong, kind of right, kind of.
that's an expensive locust, I'm not gonna lie. That's but we do have the Chaffee, so the Chaffee is good. I'm looking forward to the Chaffee first. We got a nice big Chaffee. Two words I never thought I'd use, big and Chaffee, in the same sentence, but yeah. Chaffee's one of my favorite tanks. Alright. So I'm just gonna start cleaning up here. Alright, guys. So just so I can, I'm gonna put up. Hold on, I'm gonna put this here. Yeah, I know the Locust is a tiny, tiny tank. I'm gonna add one thing here. I just want to show you guys the paint scheme that we were going with for tonight. Alright. Just so that's the paint scheme we were going with tonight. That's why the stripes are on there. I mean, the Locust was a light tank, probably mainly used for recon, fast. I would have to actually ask Bo on that one. So that is the T-55, and what I will do is I will let this dry. Now this, thankfully, since I only used acrylics and washes tonight, acrylic, water-based washes, this should dry in a couple hours, and then I will hit it with an anti-shine matte varnish to seal all the paint color in, and it'll firm up the paint and make it set real nice, and that'll be good. And we will be... Yeah, oh yeah, you'll have plenty. You'll definitely have plenty of time to ask Bo questions. And, now like I said, I'll have the anti-shine matte varnish for the next, is what I'll put on, and that's what I usually use to seal in most of my models. The only ones I really don't do that on are the airplanes, because usually those are enamel, and if I'm going to do anything with enamel, it's going to be just a regular shine varnish on there. So, there's the T-55 for tonight. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. When we get to, let's see, what are we at right now? When we get to around 500, I will do a 500 follows. I'll do a 24-hour stream at that point. And we'll build, let's see. We'll split that up. We're gonna do a couple of things. So we'll do a build and a paint in one shot. So when we get there, we'll do that, and then we'll have some other milestones to set. Yeah, Bronco is the only one that I saw that had that. World of Tanks puts out a lot of good model kits, by the way. World of Tanks need Leary. They put out a lot of good model kits for tanks. And they started doing that with the World of Warships as well. They started putting out ship models, so we're going to be looking at that. Yeah, I'll have to build and paint, so that'll be a day that we build and paint. And probably paint, and then probably have to throw in some World of Warships, and then just some chill chat time too. So we'll make it fun. When we do a 24-hour stream, we'll make it fun. Don't worry. But alright guys, so that's gonna be it for tonight. As always, guys, I'm gonna put the ending video up, and we're gonna chat for a bit while that's going on. So hold on. Which I'm also working on a new outro video specifically for the model streams. But alright, Chris, have a good night. So let's see who we're gonna drop in. Well, we're gonna go drop in on our friend Mr. Z Piece and drop a host on him. He's playing some War Thunder. So those of you guys that want to stick around for that, just hang out for a bit, but I'll tell you guys what's going on. So for the rest of the night, for tomorrow, we're going to be doing... So if you guys want to hang out and drop some love on Mr. Peace, he's a good friend of mine, and just say hello to him for a couple of minutes. We'll go over there as soon as the outro is over. So for tomorrow night, we are going to go and hang out with Bo for 24 hours, and I'll probably be in some of the stream with him on and off throughout that 24 hours. And I'm going to be hanging out. Thank you guys. No, thank you guys so much. It's my pleasure and my privilege to be able to stream for you guys, and I really appreciate you guys coming to hang out. So you guys always make this a great time. So tomorrow we're going to be hanging out with Bo for Bo's and Bohica Ice for Bo's first 24-hour stream. And then on one night, I don't know, Bane, I don't think Bane is still here. But Bane, one night this weekend, Bane and I are going to have to hook up and play some World of Warships or maybe some Dreadnought together and have some fun with that. We'll do a co-stream. And then on Monday night, we're doing World of Warships, Warships Mondays, which is always my Monday thing. Just kind of get out there and play. I'll hopefully have the Iowa unlocked by then, so that'll be cool. And we'll chat a little bit about what we're going to do for next week. And of course, next week on Tuesday, we're going to paint the PT-109. On Wednesday, we're going to build... You know what, guys? Next Wednesday, we're going to build that Hetzer. Because you know what? Hetzer's got a Hetz. So thanks again, everybody. And I will see you guys later this weekend. Hopefully, I'll catch you guys in Bo's stream. You've been awesome. And let's go drop some love on Mr. Z Piece. Please say hello to him for me. And we're going to do that in 3, 2, 1.